Hello.
What are you saying hello for? There's nobody here. Nobody loves us anymore. We disappeared for a week and they're like, well, they must be dead. Even though you were streaming yesterday?
Yep.
Clearly I'm dead. I died.
Yep.
Rip. I am a spook. I am
The
ghost.
face tracker's all broken.
Because it's Tuesday.
Yeah. The face tracker always breaks on Tuesday. Don't know why.
Is that part of the bingo card?
Oh
Tuesday
yeah.
face
I
tracker.
forgot about the bingo card. No, we don't have the bingo card anymore. I don't know what it's trying to track, but I don't think it's me. There we go. I think it was trying to track something else for a moment there.
Right.
Whatever. But yeah, it's true. Jesus, you do go away for a week and it's like, oh, I guess they must be dead. Oh, Jesus.
Everyone thinks I'm dead. It's fine.
They don't love us anymore.
I'll be fine. I'll live with it. I'll die with it. I want to see what happens.
Same.
I want to get to the end of this game.
Look, the save state literally says question mark, so something weird is happening.
Beliefs validated, so we've done all of them. So we have kind of 100%ed it so far.
We've discovered the entire language, but there's evidently more to the story.
Let's go and try and talk to people because the words on the walls don't make any sense.
Yeah, the words were gibberish.
Mind you, we did speak to
There was
someone.
a person here, and they wanted us to go that way. But yeah, we came. So we got to the top of the tower. We deciphered all of the languages. I don't remember if that staircase was there or not. It might have been.
It doesn't feel like it should have been because everything in the tower had like logical architecture.
Yeah,
before.
but see, these are. When I come back and look at them now, I'm like, I don't think those arches were there. This looked normal. Because again, it was more out of curiosity that I came down here and I was like, wait, no, that can't be it. This is where we woke up.
Carrot, walk forward again. That pillar down there merged into the ground. That doesn't look like it would be natural decay.
Yeah, it doesn't, does it? It does
although
look a little bit. I feel like maybe that pillar was broken, but maybe it wasn't.
Stood up,
yeah.
Because that's not how it would work.
But it's not one of those things that you would immediately notice. Again, it's like
it's like AI art.
Yeah, it's some AI arts are really obvious because it's crap. It's more the fact that after having gone through the whole game, you probably don't really fully remember what this room looks like, so your brain is kind of substituting of, yeah, that pillar was broken, because we didn't notice that the first time. It's only when you've pointed out of, oh, that pillar's kind of clipped into the floor. That's a bit weird. Because I literally came here to be like, there was nothing wrong with this first room, and you immediately pointed out something that is wrong with it.
But it's because I was looking for it.
Yeah.
Some people were saying that they reckon that AI art at the moment, and if it does get any better, and obviously hopefully with some sort of consent laws, but if it becomes better, AI art is probably the closest thing we'll get to what like dreams are like. In that weird kind of, some bits are in like great detail, and then other bits that are like in the background are in detail enough that you remember. Like we went into a kitchen, it's like you couldn't describe what was in the kitchen apart from the stuff that was relevant. You know what I mean? That kind of bleeding boundary of like, this is what it's like when you dream, the way it shifts between stuff. And I thought that does make sense because I have woken up from dreams and thought, yeah, it's kind of right. But yeah,
I didn't notice these columns the first time.
They've got door symbols on them, not on your mouse.
I think it's just taking me back to the staircase. But yeah, so I did like those. I think they were there. I didn't notice those last time, but clearly that is also wrong.
I don't know. I don't feel like the ones on the wall should be there either now because it's an archway, and this place never had illogical architecture. What would it be an archway to? It's not decorative.
So that staircase doesn't make sense. But it was only when I got here that I raised an eyebrow because I got here, went to go up here. I was like, was that there before? And it was this upside down door. I was like, that definitely wasn't there. And then we came up here and read the gibberish sign, and I was like, oh, this isn't right. Yeah. It's just gibberish. You can't even mouse over it. It doesn't consider it to be a language. And pulling the switch does nothing. And then when we came back down, there was a person, and that's a brief recap of whatever it was. So, this is already different. Oh, there's the person again.
Yeah. This does track with how the game started, though.
Come here.
Because at first we were like, I don't know what they just said. And we were like, okay, this is the point of the game.
And so it was in the next room that we first met the first person. We didn't meet anybody here. No. That's what the first thing we did was come up here, and we found our first letter, which was open. Which was how when we went to the next room, we met the person who went blank open and would point to us, and we were like, oh, he's telling us to open it because the first thing we've learned to do is pull a lever.
You open, so this is new.
So this is completely new. So we come back and we meet a person who is also completely different to anybody that we've seen before. They're wearing a similar thing to us, but they've got a green hood.
Well, wasn't the first person that we met the first time somewhat different?
No, it was a devout. wasn't it? Because we're on
I don't believe so. I think there was something different about them. That they did look sneakier. So maybe this is the same.
I thought that was like that little. Isn't that little kid?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So that wasn't the first person we met, but we did meet.
No, but it was someone who was dressed like them, wasn't it? I'm sure it was.
I don't know. I'd have to check back. I feel like the first person we met was a devout.
I don't think they were.
Well, there you go. That answers that question, doesn't it?
Even the guys looking around like, oh, this is weird. We've got
this is here. This isn't what it's supposed to be.
There's a torch there that will obviously cast it. Oh, we can't pick it up.
Can't pick it up. There's nothing to interact with here.
Can you press the
middle
mouse? That was middle mouse.
I wasn't.
Oh. Yeah.
Literally upstairs. Cool. So the geometry of the world doesn't make sense. We're definitely.
This is in the warrior color scheme.
Yes, this is the warrior floor.
Oh.
Exactly. We're definitely in a simulation.
And there's all the spaces on the floor where we can put torches, like
before
the last time.
But I can't pick up that torch.
Oh.
You can go through here.
This is that room.
Yeah, this was at the bottom of the floor.
Go and have a look at some of these signs and see if they tell us anything.
They
different.
all say exile.
They might say something different on closer inspection. Wow, this is fucked up.
It wants us to put some kind of code in here, but we can't.
I can see there's plural something on the left-hand side, but that second symbol I don't recognise.
It looks like part of the mural. You see how it's got the sort of...
Yeah.
This is a corridor. This is like a picture of the mural. In fact, I think that looks like the little imps. You know, the thing that said the mural, which was like, you know, we found the tower, we built the fortress, the warriors fight the impure ones. That looks like the little imp thing at the end. Probably gonna have to go back and solve it.
Check one of them.
It's just a symbol.
Oh.
It's not something I can interact with. It's a symbol. It's a symbol.
Oh right. Okay.
Exile. Okay. See that looks like
you can't talk to that person.
No. So that looks like the symbol, which ironically I think is just a. That's bad. I don't like that. I don't like that. There's no lizard either. These doors. Look, this is different. The doors are here.
Yep. Hello. Bennett's here.
Oh, hi, Bennett. I made a small oopsie. Can I have a server invite? It should just be !Discord. But let me know if. Hey, I told you it was this.
So we've got to put that in.
I told you. Look, the impure ones are making music. They're making music, clearly.
Or a racket.
It's like music. Just do !Discord. That should generate a new invite for you. It's a public Discord, so put upside down stairs again.
Can you type it into this Twitch chat?
Yeah.
!Discord.
Yeah.
Like you do the poker catch.
Chosen ones, the cool.
So that's got to be. We've got to go back down and then type.
Surely we've got to type that back in.
In the correct.
Okay then.
This better not be some fucking weeping angels.
Oh no, I hate weeping angels so much. Yeah, let me get that for you. There you go.
Why did you jump so much?
I hate shit like that.
No.
I was like, I need to know.
We already knew. I was looking. I was like, yeah, they're definitely gonna come alive. And you proper jump back in your zilla. Oh no! The thing that we thought would happen happened. Got to the.
So we think this panel is the impure ones make music.
Yeah. In the warrior language.
In the language.
So plural impure.
Plural impure make instrument.
Make / create, and then we need music.
Music. So, my guess is now. Hey, yeah, this is the kid. It was the kid from before. So my guess now is that because we have all of the language, the game is now going to test our understanding of the language.
Yeah. Of all the languages.
Of all the languages. Like the only clue we had there was the picture. We had to know that it was music that was being referenced there. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it's very obvious
See what I mean?
now.
It's kind of like AI art in that if you just look at it like for a second, you'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But then you look in detail and you go, no, something's wrong.
Yeah, which is cool as a concept. Like I like when films have done that as well. Of just like, welcome home, honey, and it's like, oh, thank God it was all a dream, and then you look and you're like, huh? It's a cool concept, but I do, it's a cool concept. I don't like the implication of it in real life.
Yeah. Can't talk to you.
He's oh, okay. Idiot you are.
Oh, the bards did
look
say.
at him. Look at him. Look at what his mask is. His mask is the symbol
shit, yeah.
for exile.
Yeah.
There's a piece, but it's
So
like
yeah, exile is calling us an idiot, probably for thinking we can act smarter. Or we can either go to the theatre or we can go down there. Well, I don't feel like going down. I can't go down.
door's locked to us. Yeah, the symbols on here say exile.
Right. Here you go.
This is slightly creepy.
This looks similar. What's with the piss river?
Why can we examine the piss river?
A key in there?
We found a coin.
Oh,
It's
the
got exile on it.
theatre token from before, but it's unhappy instead of happy.
Again, if we pull that, in theory, it's going to go up without us, or is it going to go down and fuck with us? It goes up like it's supposed to.
Let's go and meet it at the top.
Yeah.
Who knows? We might need that as a quick escape.
Maybe, yeah.
And look at all the windows, see if there's anything that's
Yeah,
wrong.
you're looking for things that are out of place now.
shit.
Oh God.
Yeah.
How is it? Because we can't pull the lever and be stood in this at the same time.
Let's go back down. Maybe something will have changed, or maybe we
Maybe.
can get that person. Oh, we can give the person the token. Maybe they'll
Yeah,
follow
that was
us.
what we had to do, wasn't it? We had to
Yeah.
give them the token to let us into the theatre. Okay, well, I'm going to need to summon it back down.
Summon it. Summon elevator.
In attack position. Yeah, because now he's got a puzzle piece, so it's like you need to do something. You, I don't like. You're a monster, you are.
You're a monster.
You're a monster, you're a monster. I
Yeah.
don't like you, you're a monster, you're a monster.
This is
That's
Exile
Exile
talking to us
speak.
through a
Whoop.
simulation.
Whoop. Door opened.
Oh, it's the kid. Oh, the kid's gonna help us.
Oh, he's like deactivated, look. I'm free.
Can we talk to him and say, follow us? Oh,
He's doing it anyway.
it was gonna turn into Abe's Odyssey then.
Oh,
No, we couldn't. It had a thing on it.
Did it? Oh yeah, it had a lock on it. Go up!
Go up to him! I wouldn't get that joke.
I do
Go up
not.
to him!
I do not, I'm afraid. Okay. Here we go. Oh, the graveyard is in the theatre.
Where performances go to die. You're only alive while you're on stage. Once the curtains drawn, you die. Well,
That's an idiot.
it's the idiot apparently. So,
Not saying anything.
saw. Yes, this was the puzzle to get us through
The things.
the lost woods, essentially.
Yeah, the saw, music, fire. Compass, which I think is different symbols. Sword, that was one of them. Saw, music, fire, compass, sword.
And then
And then the monster appeared.
Oh.
It's an alchemist.
Oh, he's not afraid this time.
Because we made them friends.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, let's move on.
Yes. I was about to be like, did we write? Because we wrote down the poem, didn't we?
Somewhere.
There it is.
saw.
The instrument, fire, the compass, weapon.
Yeah, so we still have the poem. Weird that if this is a simulation, we still have the book, because normally you don't keep stuff like that. Well, sleeping on the job.
Oh.
Is that going to be intelligible? It is. Sort of. Yeah,
it's the script. Look, it's a book.
Yeah.
No, no. We can't actually see from there. So down north. Yeah, this is the thing. I can never be sure if like that's a neighbour or anything because I can't see. Books, but the book isn't here. The book is like down there, and it's all oversized and glitchy. There's a door up there. There's a staircase there. But even that stair is like a slightly weird shape. This is getting into some MC Escher kind of nonsense. Oh, it's a comms thing. Are those supposed to be candles? I just realised this is like overgrown with branches. Right, that's the play. But what part of the play? The door's open.
Oh, the door's open. So that's when he.
That's when he meets the monster.
So check in the poem.
The monster found the idiot bard.
Well, that's not it because there wasn't a monster.
So it was. It would be the alchemist found the idiot bard.
Oh yeah, I guess so. What's the one above it? The
path. But the bard found the path.
Okay, well, it's definitely after that because the door was open. Okay,
yeah. Is there a word? Do they have a word for alchemist? I felt like these
people. Scientist, wasn't it?
I don't know if they have a word for them in this language. Monster, music, comedy,
unless it is just saying we've got to repeat the.
Bard. So they got a word for bard, warrior.
It might just be telling us that we've got to put in the last bit because that is the part of the play. We've got to put in the idiot found the monster.
Yeah.
I know the play was different, but that's the part that it got to because the door was open. Unless you want to go another one.
I was about to be like, can I go through this door? I cannot. That is not an opening, so yeah.
Just go for that.
So yeah. This is always the one that's difficult. So
we've just got to copy that. So it's Z Bard W.
So the Z is idiot, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's idiot, bard.
That W symbol.
Monster found. Idiot.
In the middle.
Bard.
Monster. Yeah, you point past it.
Monster. And
idiot,
found.
bard, monster found. There you go. Idiot, bard, monster. And the bottom one.
No, so it's idiot, bard, B, weapon, and man/human. No, they don't have a symbol for scientist. Hi, Vaz. Hi, pirate. See that? 8 o'clock. Yeah, so they don't have a word for scientist. It's always this goddamn language.
Unless it's the path the idiot bard found,
maybe
because we can't
path.
see anyone, so
yeah.
VZ bard find. Try that one. V, is it V and idiot?
Idiot.
Bard. And find.
No.
Hmm.
Scientist madman. They're not madmen! Except that one that blew himself up / turned himself into a monster. He might be crazy.
Maybe let's go back and look at the flag.
So it looks like I can faintly see the outline of a person. I can kind of see the people. It's evidently some form of the play, and it's 4 characters, so it does kind of feel like it's just meant to be this, and apparently that's not correct.
Or have we got to do the poem in order, like the directions? Like, you know, he saw the saw, he went.
There's more than 4. It's saw.
No, I mean like we've got to like type out like his journey.
Oh, so do you think it's meant to be west, north, east, south? No, because there's more than 4.
No, as in like we just do the line by line. So the saw, he went north, and then it will give us another prompt. I don't know. I'm just trying to. What was the one above that?
The path he sought to ascend. He's an idiot bard.
Maybe we do the second one.
Did I miss Spook ranting about the Xbox 360 store yet? No. Spook's got stories to share today, and he was waiting for people to be here because we were here half an hour ago, and you guys weren't.
People don't love me anymore.
See, this is what I said though, and you were like, we should start stream earlier. So we start stream earlier, no one was here.
We're thinking of starting this stream a little early because we don't have a lot of time. Let's get back to the plan. Maybe something will have changed. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe the person will be there.
I just got from a nap. Are you seriously hype? Are you okay? Because all I hear is that you're just sleeping. You wake up at like 3 in the afternoon and then you're like, oh, it's time for a nap. So it's definitely when the door is open at the end. I also like sleep, but I know that it's healthy to make sure that you are not oversleeping as well as getting enough sleep. It's about the balance of both. Because it's not the order of these, because they bring out, like, 6. So it's not the order of these. Hi, Rodent.
Wait, there was an unintelligible line. That's the clue. Go exit out of this. We don't need this.
Oh, it's not this one. It's the one on the wall, isn't it?
This is just a reference to. Yeah, remember we looked at the one on the wall and there's an unintelligible.
Yeah,
bit.
because in the first one it was the unintelligible one. Yeah, we've got to work out.
It's that.
It's this
first line.
unreadable bard found.
Weirdly enough, that's not what we wrote down though, because ours has a title. But either way, so the line beneath is the path the idiot bard found.
Yeah, instrument he found.
Yeah, look at that one. Path the idiot bard found. So we need the one before that. So you go into our.
No, wait. That's not the top. This is the bottom because the line goes at the bottom of the sentence. The line goes at the bottom of the word. It's not the top.
Oh.
It's not upside down. This is the last line.
Well.
Which is. So this one says. This one says the monster found the bard is the original story, but this one says unreadable bard found. So that could be what we got wrong, is that we kept saying the bard was found by something. So this is telling us that it's the other way around.
Well, the original one is the bard found monster. So it's the monster.
But if we base it off what we saw when the door was opened, the bard found a scientist was that there's no character for scientist.
But the guy did say that we are a monster. So I'm wondering if we just reverse it. Try doing the monster first, because like you said, maybe there's a reason they chose the scientist because we don't have a word for scientist.
Yeah, so it's, instead of being the monster found, it is bard found. So it would be the monster, the idiot bard found.
So WZ bard find. Try that one then.
That's path.
So it's that one.
So it's monster.
Yeah, we're not in the right screen.
Yeah.
So monster. Z.
Idiot.
Bard.
And
find.
So it's not monster. So I don't know if it's just man. We don't have a word for scientist in this language.
They don't have one.
Monster.
Idiot. Bard.
Bard. Found. Oh, it's always this language which gives us the problem. So the last 2 characters has to be. Wait.
What?
Did it say idiot or was it just bard?
It said idiot.
Did it say idiot? I'll double check.
Or is it the idiot monster found the bard? Or something.
It just says bard found. Path the idiot bard found, that just says. Found.
No, it's definitely meant to be idiot because you can
You see the little tail bit, yeah.
But what's
the first? It's something the bard found, which you would think the play was telling us.
We can line the scrum. It's not gibberish. It's scrambled, so we can make the line out of it.
God, it's not the way the puzzle's meant to be solved. It doesn't look like it has a circle that goes under a line, which says to me that it's not a person.
No.
Because
Is it you?
I don't know. So there's not a lot of round bits. If you can kind of see like there's the line, there's the line, there's the line. You can kind of see. It doesn't look like there's anything that goes under the line.
Is it door?
Oh, maybe it's the path. Maybe it's just the path again.
Well, look at the symbol for door and look at the symbol for path in our thing.
Path is floating.
Maybe. Could be path. Could be path. Is there one for door?
Not in this language.
Okay, so it must be path then.
This floating symbol. That's just the line above it. Just it feels a bit weird to just give you the answer.
Let's try it.
But again, it's like, well, that's what if you watch the play, because again, that's meant to be the logic of this is probably meant to tell you the answer, and you've got to decipher it.
The door is definitely open.
Well, it's definitely closed here, and in the screen, it's definitely open. Path, idiot, bard found. Yeah, I'm wondering if the answer is path, because I think I can make out the bard, but I don't think I can make out the scientist. But the door is open, so maybe it's the path. Which again feels weird because they literally give you that line before. But
it does seem like that would be the one that they would scribble out.
You'd want to make it different. Because if anything, having that line before it on the thing is meant to guide you as to what the syntax is meant to be. If it's meant to be thing, person, found. So like the next one is going to be thing, person, found.
Yeah, the door is open.
And it's another person.
Let's try it then. Path, idiot, bard found.
And then it ends. It's always the bard language that we get stuck on.
The path.
So you can kind of see there, you can kind of make out person. But I can't really see here, because that's the stripey of the people on the other side. So I can't see a person, so I don't know if it's just the path the bard found.
Go for it.
So it's
VZ Pi find.
No. So it's not path idiot bard found.
Is it a reference to us?
Is it ascend? Send. I don't remember where things are. Yeah. Bard. No.
Is it you because it's indecipherable and we don't have a bard find?
No. We've already tried this. Idiot bard monster found.
Monster found, idiot bard, we've tried that as well.
Idiot bard. Monster found. Monster Idiot. Bard. Found.
Just out of curiosity, try idiot monster. Bard found.
Okay.
Just trying to really stretch the sinews of logic here.
Idiot. Monster.
Bard.
Bard. No. I feel like the last two, if the book that's upstairs, the glitched out book, is anything to go off, the last two symbols are Bard found. We assume that the next symbol before that is idiot, because the bard is always referred to as an idiot in the stage and in the script. Even in the glitched out version, it says idiot bard, idiot bard. So literally, the only symbol we can't seem to work out is the fucking first one.
We tried you, didn't we?
I think I tried you. I tried ascend.
Did we try me?
Me,
idiot bard fan.
No.
Was there a name for, like... We've got the abbey and the fortress. Was there a name for the place above?
Well, that was just ascend, wasn't
ascend.
it? Yeah, and I tried ascend. Yeah. Found.
Because I wondered if it was like, okay, he didn't necessarily find the scientist, but he found the floor above.
Yeah, that's why I went for. Maybe there is an answer in the man that does this movement in the theatre. Sorry, Vaz, I literally can't make out what the screenshot is.
It's part of the static.
It's part of the static, but I can't work out what it's meant to be.
It looks like one of the guys on the left when they hold something up.
Saw the instrument.
Does that match up with what we've got? Like when he finds the sword, does he go in the right direction, or is that telling us it's mirrored or something?
Instrument north. Saw west, instrument north. So yeah, it is 1-to-1. The path the idiot bard found. The path the idiot bard found. Blank bard found. So that's the only thing that's different, is blank bard found, whereas in our version it's blank monster found. And so the puzzle right before this, it was literally just word, gibberish, and we had to work out what gibberish is. So the assumption is we have to work out what that is. So we know the last two characters have to be bard found, and for some reason that's too difficult for us to work out. Because we're assuming that it's the bit at the end, because the door is open. Again, if you look at this, you can see there, the door is open, so it's the end bit of the play when the door's open. And when the door's open, he finds the scientist, but this language doesn't have a word for scientist, so I tried man and human. And yeah, I mean...
Is it because the books are gone?
Is it book? Is it book?
Book plural. Plural book? I don't know which way around. Let's try book plural, the idiot bard found.
I believe it's plural book, and all I can do is bard found because I've not got enough characters.
Yeah, they didn't actually say idiot bard in our translation. Try the other way around. Book plural.
Plural. No. So you can kind of see that the person here is stood in the middle. So there's no feet here of, like, the people who came out behind the trees. Like, brother? There is a word for brother. Man, yeah, because their brother, which was friend. But they did hold out their arms because they were friends. Brother, yeah, you're probably right there.
It's definitely a contender.
You found a brother.
Well
Thanks,
done,
pirate.
And
Because
brother.
we got stuck. Try all the words one by one.
That's
Nope.
called brute force.
That's called brute forcing it, and Spook doesn't like it.
The way you solve a puzzle.
See,
so
this was not a path before.
no.
This was a checkpoint.
Yeah.
And Plant is looking unhealthy. Ooh.
So they do recognise him as a brother. Oh, hello. What's that?
Oh, this was a game before. Yes, because again we've met. Oh, that's literally a wall. Because it was the game, and every single symbol says exile, exile, exile. Oh, that was the god card at the top of the tower is God is what the devout thought. So exile considers themselves a god. But yeah, the people are friends now because we've solved the language barrier. Literally, we've got another lock. Yeah. Straining to remember the language. I hated that one specifically, yeah. Every time we've gotten stuck in this game, it's on the Bard language.
Oh no, we got stuck on the warrior level because we couldn't find the torch. Okay, that is
It's off to
a
the side.
mural of some description. That's going to be the mural downstairs.
Yeah, that vaguely looks like the tower, and there's like the light beams. So that's this is going to be a mural. So if the first
The light beams came from the tower. You mean the boat?
that's true. Also, it's the scientist language, not the devout language.
So we're going to go downstairs because we're in the devout area. We're going to find a mural, and we've got to translate it into the scientist language to solve the puzzle.
It's going to get harder and harder. Yeah. So we're going to go down here, and there's going to be a mural that's got the language all glitched out.
Not that one.
Not
it's
this
the
one.
First. No, because there's no beams of light. It's
Yeah.
not that one.
No, there might be the one down here. It's even further back. Not that one. That's the one that's broken. Not that one. There was the one before this as well.
Oh, you
That's
ass!
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit computer.
Is there something further back then?
There's got to be further back here.
Yeah.
This is fun though. I like fighting, literally fighting against the computer inside the computer. Look, this is the first room that we came into.
That's a bit of the scientist language.
Yep, helpful. I don't know what character that is, but it's one of them.
We can check.
I was like, are we gonna pick this up? Is this a jigsaw? This is not how this room looked at all. This is not how this room looked. There it is.
Right. Also, I don't think this mural was.
No, this scientist mural was not here at all. So there's the two bits that were scrunched out of there.
Scientists
making something.
How the? Oh yeah, they were making. Yeah.
It was just called the formula, wasn't
it?
it?
The scientists were making the formula.
That was their shining beacon. Ironically, on their mural, it wasn't really a mural. It was like a chalkboard that they were writing on. But that was what they had written on formula. It was like, that was what they were trying to work out.
Okay. Where was the symbol for plural?
Alchemist. Formula. Numbers.
Plural.
It's this circle one.
Oh, we just saw
that because it's going to be because it's 4 characters again.
Yeah.
So it's going to be alchemist, plural, make, formula.
Should be.
In theory. I'm sure there's nothing over here. Yeah, this is completely different.
Oh, we can
interact with that. I don't know why. Well, in the original it would have flooded it, but there's no water here. Interesting.
We'll leave it like that, I suppose.
Maybe some water will turn on.
Can we turn the other one?
We can, yes. Yeah, that's the symbol for plural, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the bottom edge of the mural at the top to sort of help you angle it.
Turn that one as well. Because all the other ones are down. Apart
Yeah,
from
I
the
wonder.
ones
I
that we
wonder
can
if when we
activate.
solve it, this is going to get filled with water. You're disgusting.
Whoa. That's weirdly messed up. I don't know why. It's just unsettlingly messed up, that
Oh yeah, half of it's clipping into one another. It's like, what was the word?
phase.
Not clipping, but it's like what non-manifold geometry or something, or non-Euclidean geometry. Basically, just like geometry that in your brain doesn't make sense, like that weird square thing that folds, like a bit MCS Escher-esque.
No, I mean the geometry does make sense.
Well,
It's not that it doesn't connect up. It's just in a way that
doesn't look
physically
right.
wouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
well, yeah.
The non-Euclidean one you're thinking of is when you draw a shape out in 2D that looks to represent 3D, but wouldn't actually wouldn't be a real thing in three-dimensional space because the lines don't actually line up. It just tricks your brain into thinking that they do when you look at it from two different directions. Like that card from Terraforming Mars that Stanley hates.
That's why, because it's like because it's clipping into itself. We know that it doesn't work, so it's
Alchemist plural. Middle.
alchemist plural. There's the word for make.
Was the only one that it gave us. Oh, it's the one to the right. It's left.
Makes. We want the
Formula's
word for
above it.
formula.
Okay, that's not good.
He's unhappy.
Oh shit! We're in the light.
This shouldn't be allowed. What?
Freaking chase sequence.
I don't like chase sequences. What the fuck? Oh, now we are in MC Escher.
Where is? Oh, go there.
Friend. I don't
The
like
fact that they're the only
this.
person that's normal in this means that there's something more to them.
Fuck. I've not gone the right way.
How'd you know? It looks like you can outrun.
Oop, I'm panicking.
Oh, you gotta follow the pipes, haven't you? Well done, Blur.
I realize. The
What?
piss
That's
river.
weird.
I hate this.
Why do I get the feeling he's gonna be in front of us? Yeah.
Boop.
I had a feeling he was gonna be in front of us at some point. Name
What
of
the
Christendom
fuck is happening? Switch.
Ah! Oh!
We just huggy wuggied him.
What?
That's an angry face.
God, it's the bite of 87!
Was that the bite of 87? Oh god, I hate chase sequences.
Alien isolation.
But yeah, so our friend person is still here and was trying to help us. So that monster is literally Exile's way of being like, I need to stop you. All of that.
Oh.
I told you we were in a simulation.
No way.
Told you we were in a simulation. That's what we see.
We found the exit button.
And look, didn't I tell you before when we went in one of the rooms
Yeah.
that one of the things was missing? And I was like, look, it's got two bands in one, which is us.
Pirate PK would pay good money to watch you play Alien Isolation.
No!
Yes.
No, I don't want to play Alien Isolation. I'll physically be sick.
It's time for the spooks.
No, it's not Halloween.
Why didn't you guys help?
Yeah, I can see. These are the security bots that probably grabbed us and brought us here.
Hey.
Greetings, you stopped exile. You revived my people.
Oh, they were in the simulation as well. So we found the back door.
We turned off the simulation from inside, I guess. Now what?
Do we go back to the creator dude?
We are the people of exile.
I think we read all that before.
Yeah, tower. Well, welcome people.
Yeah, none of that looks new.
I guess maybe we have to try. I guess we should go see the guy at the top who was like, "I made you." Hello, all these people are out now. You came to help us. You stopped exile.
That we did.
Yeah, he's been turned off. They're all out.
Is this going to be one of them things of like I was made to save the people, and now they are awake, they will die? It's like sometimes people don't want to live.
Yeah, they're talking. Everybody's linked up. There's all the purple doors that we went through. There we go. Okay, now can we actually go to the top of the tower? Oh, that's off. There you go. That's off now. That's still really creepy. Maybe now we can actually go to the top of the tower because we didn't get to because he tasered us before we could get there. So now we can actually go. Oh! I actually wasn't expecting there to be something here. Go up. You open the doors. You revived the tower.
Yeah, this is where we were zapped before.
Yeah, the two guards came out of here, and then we woke up and we were like, why would they leave us?
I suppose that was the point, for us to go to the top of the tower and find nothing and be like, well, my quest is
Look,
over.
it's red and there's music playing, whereas before it was grey and fake. Well, because it was fake, it wasn't real.
We had to imagine what the top of the tower looked like.
We didn't know what was up there, so there was nothing up there.
Or he just gave us a simulation. I suppose Exile was behind all of that. So
yeah, he made a simulation. This looks pretty, whereas before it was all grey and miserable. Listen to this music.
Let's go. The tower needs us.
Check. Yeah, just in case.
Let's go. The tower needs us.
Gotta check.
Stop looking for waterfalls, but
There might be something behind them.
Chasing waterfalls.
Oh, it's all the people.
It's a John Lennon song, isn't it? Imagine all the people.
Oh, and our little friend.
Oh, yeah. See, they're dressed kind of like the Devout, but they're not.
Not quite the same. Maybe that's
and the same colour scheme as the Warriors.
Maybe that was the point. That's why we didn't consider them to be different at the start of the game, because we'd only seen the Devout. We were like, they're wearing red and green, so they're clearly just part of this floor.
Oh, he's watching. Bards for their own things. I thought he was talking to a slave.
Yeah, they're friends now. Scientists are still talking. And these two are both watching us. Reach the real end of the game. We're all in this together. It's the symbol at the top of the tower. It's the day. There it is. It's the symbol at the top of the tower. It's all of the symbols.
That sounds alright.
Ah, that's cool. And the symbol for exile. That's cool, actually. That every symbol is correct. I hadn't spotted that.
I was a robot.
I did say, I was like, oh, this symbol kind of looks like this. And I didn't realise it was all of them. And they're all friends. There you go. That was a good game.
I liked that.
Yeah, that was a good game. Very nice.
Visually, orally, this is the correct one. No, oral is to speak.
Yeah.
Audioly?
Oh yeah.
Audaciously?
Audaciously. The sound design was good.
And mechanically, of course.
Yes. No, it was very well built from start to finish.
We're very proud of that game. That
yeah,
was really good.
so the world design.
Oh wow, the actual musicians, they actually had like orchestral.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't just like remixed with a computer. Like they actually had instruments done.
Yeah, that's
really
cool.
good. What was that? I suppose there was the cats.
Yeah, there was.
Nora and Naria.
Aww.
Those were the cats.
Which means there was a point in the game where something went.
I think we did find a cat. It was early on though.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? There was some kind of cat. Now what? Well, you have a plan, don't you?
I have a proposition for a game I would like to show you next. If chat would like to watch it being played through, although I will probably play it.
I mean, to be fair, I've played the majority of the game, so maybe it is time for you to play.
I was thinking of showing Blue, at least at the very start, because it was a trilogy. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
Never played Prince of Persia. That is generally what the point of Couple Chaos was for the pair of us to share games with one another. I've certainly showed Spook a couple of games, and I guess now it's his turn to show me a game again.
Showing you a few.
Yeah, this was great. This was another one of Carl's recommendations.
It was. The bitch wasn't even here. The old Prince of Persia.
That's a positive response.
Prince of Persia.
Voz,
oh my God.
Voz also doesn't know Prince of Persia.
You don't know Prince of Persia. The original Prince of Persia was like out on the NES or something, and it was a side-scrolling platformer. But Ubisoft, back when they made original good games,
that weren't just Assassin's Creed reskinned again.
That weren't just Assassin's Creed reskinned again, although they did certainly try.
Made in Unity.
Yes,
that's a shame.
It was made in Unity. They released a Prince of Persia trilogy, which eventually became a quadrilogy because Ubisoft has this problem of not letting things go.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, they got to keep remaking or trying to continue things because coming up with new things is hard.
Like technically, from Ubisoft, there was 5 Prince of Persia games. There was The Sands of Time, Warrior Within, The Two Thrones, Prince of Persia
again because counting is hard,
and Forgotten Sands. Now, the 4th one that I mentioned is not a Prince of Persia game.
Oh, good.
And the reason I say that is because the character that you play in it is not the prince.
And is not from Persia?
And it's not set in Persia. It's set in a fantasy place. It's a fantastic game. It just doesn't need to be called Prince of Persia.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
You play as a grave robber in it who has a gauntlet and runs along walls. And it's like, okay, I see the running along walls, but he's not the Prince of Persia. So why have you you've just slapped it on there to sell it. But it's still a good game.
Yeah, this was the thing I said about Star Fox Adventures, because I'd never played any Star Fox games, but I did play that one because I like RPGs. And I mean, it may not hold up going back, but at the time, I didn't get why people didn't like Star Fox Adventures because I played through it and I was like, this is a great game. And it turns out people don't like it because it's not a good Star Fox game.
No.
It should have just been its own IP, which it was originally.
People don't like it when you take their IP and then just slap it onto something and just go, there you go. It's like, well, this isn't what I wanted.
That's not what I wanted, yeah.
I wanted Star Fox, and you've given me something that's not Star Fox, and then just called it.
Played the 2 titles, and then the 3rd one didn't play the story. Oh, fair enough. I still love that on How It's Made there was an episode about game dev, and it was Prince of Persia being shown. Prince of Persia was on How It's Made?
Huh. I mean, Prince of Persia, me and Tom have always said, is basically the spiritual ancestor to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. I can see that. And a little bit of Uncharted, I heard someone say once, but that's just some of like the wall running mechanics kind of thing.
Potentially, I haven't played
Uncharted. I haven't played any of the Uncharted games.
I couldn't quote, but I remember when I first saw Prince of Persia, like the game art, round at Dan's, obviously, on his Xbox original, and I thought, this doesn't look really good. It looks kind of crap. And then I actually watched him playing it because he was like, I've got this new game, it's sick, I've got to show you. And I watched it and I spent probably about 2 weeks trying to find it because I had a GameCube and I was certain that they didn't actually have it released on GameCube, but they did. It was just not as popular on GameCube. But yeah, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, Warrior Within, which was its edgy Linkin Park sequel.
I can see that.
Is sick.
Okay.
It was good. And then the 2 Thrones, which I don't remember too much about, but was still good.
Okay. Was we have them all on Steam, so we haven't got to faff around with trying to emulate them because they were all ported.
You can stick it onto install. It might install by, within the next couple of minutes. I don't know.
It says it's only a gig and our internet's good, so maybe
stick it onto install.
Guess we can stick it on. Yeah, first one.
Yeah, we won't do like all 3 back to back.
No. But much like out with when we did Final Fantasy of like, that was great, time to go play something else.
Yeah. We'll take breaks from it, but I'll show you the first one because obviously when it first came out, they didn't plan for it to be a trilogy, but the first one does like tie up the loose ends very nicely because it is all about time travel.
No kidding! I'm totally going to watch that after stream. Thank you, Naren. I'm 100% watching that. I love how it's made. I love how it's Discovery UK as well. I love how it's made because I have very fond memories of watching it with my dad growing up.
There you go. For me, Prince of Persia filled a hole that Tomb Raider left after not being made for a long time. That's pretty good.
That's
I did
fair.
suggest that we play Tomb Raider at some point.
The original
Tomb Raider, but we'll get to that later because I have nostalgia for that because me and my mum and John, we used to have Tomb Raider night.
We used to have it, yeah.
Where we would sit down and John printed out a tome because he used the work printer. He printed out a walkthrough on how to get from the very start to the very end of the game from like game FAQs or something.
Yeah.
It literally sat
That's
in
really
one
cute.
of those hole punch binders.
You've just unlocked a memory for me.
We used to flick through it and play the game.
I don't think I played it as much as you did, but we both did play RuneScape going up. I got into RuneScape a little bit in the fact of like sometimes in the back of my brain I do have that itch to like play it again of just something mindless to do. My dad also got into RuneScape a little bit and he printed out the world map of RuneScape.
Very nice.
And you know how back in his old office he had the star map of Elite on the wall?
Yes.
When I was growing up, that used to be the massive world map of RuneScape. And RuneScape's world was big. Like, you know, back in the day, that was freaking huge for a video game.
Yeah, I'll stick Prince of Persia on. We'll make a start tonight.
Okay.
Because I am very keen to show people, and since there are people here, they can enjoy watching the start.
We're gonna have to do all of the first time setup, so apologies if this is like really loud, guys, because you know what games are like.
Can you mute like us and everything except the? There you go.
You know,
I'll talk to people while you
what
do
games
this.
are like.
So let me tell you about my trip to work today.
Yes, I also want to hear this story because Spook didn't tell me about it because he was like, "I'll save it for stream."
Yeah.
So tell everyone about the horse.
Yeah, story time with Spook. So the way that I go to work, I work in an industrial park. Because it's a warehouse, that's where they tend to keep them because it's convenient. Yes, good old Ubisoft. If there is a starting cutscene, I think it replays when you hit start, or failing that, we'll do the setup and then we'll relaunch the game. But anyway, I'm on my way to work, and in my industrial park, while there are the main roads that you can drive down, I usually come at my workplace from like a side road, one of those rat run kind of roads that's like 1.5 or 1 3/4 lanes wide, where you can create a profile.
Yeah, I was just like, Jesus, mouse sensitivity. Good lord.
You can get 2 cars to go side by side, but one of you will probably have to dip one tire into the gutter. Yeah. It's one of them kind of roads.
Kind of like you kind of don't want to have to bump into anyone, really.
Yeah, and they have hedges all down the sides and stuff. You know the country roads, especially if you live in England. You'll know what I mean when I say a rat run kind of road. Well, I was going down this road, and in the middle of the road was like a pretty thick rope, and it stretched out probably around sort of, I want to say 30 to 50 feet, and partway down this rope it had been separated by a fairly thin but still robust chain. So it was like rope, chain for a bit, and then more rope, and it kind of coiled up a bit, and then shot off to the left, where as you're going down these roads, they have like entrances into the fields, the farmlands, where the road, the ground is like worn away into that kind of white powdery dust, and then there's 2 gates on it. Well, this rat run road is technically a 50. Now, I wasn't doing 50 today because I wasn't late. I was just doing 40 mile an hour. But as I'm driving down, about 30 feet ahead of me, a head of a horse just stuck out into the road and proceeded to just walk out whilst looking at me. So it's a good thing my brakes do work. Otherwise, my story would have been how I killed a horse this morning.
Oh, well, I mean, the way horses are, it was probably be a case of how you totaled your car and killed a horse.
It wasn't a proper horse, it was a pony.
Okay, it was a pony. It was
so
like big horses are
about
just like, cool, I killed a horse and wrote off my car, great.
So I obviously stopped the car, and this horse did not really seem to care that I was in front of it, because it then tried to loop around my car, and that's when I noticed that this rope that it had around its neck was attached to it.
Right.
The rope that was on the floor was attached to it. So I was like, what the hell happened that there's like 50 foot of rope attached to this pony in the middle of this road was like, I was like, when they take horses, they take them in horse boxes. I was like, in what way were you traveling with something that the rope became loose and someone didn't notice a fucking horse has gone missing? You know what I mean? It's not something that you just kind of forget about. You notice when a horse that you were taking is no longer with you. So I stopped the car to obviously not run the horse over, and it starts going round, and obviously the rope that's attached to it is now wrapping around the tyres of my car.
Oh, God.
So I'm like, well, I can't take off because if the rope gets caught around my tyres, I'm going to drag a horse to work. So I was like, oh, what the fuck to do? So I get out of the car thinking if this is an elaborate setup to rob me of my Clio, the fact that you involved a horse was quite ingenious. You know, we
like,
bribed a horse.
People will definitely stop for a horse.
Yeah, like El Dorado style. If we tried using women, but you know, nowadays you can never tell who is and isn't gay, what they're going to do. So we're like, we use a horse. Everyone stops for horses. So I get out of the car, I pick up the rope, and I'm like trying to pull it out from under my tyres. And as soon as it comes free, the horse then pulls. So it like burns through my hands, and I try and grab hold of it to try and, I don't know, corral the horse. It's a horse. I'm not pulling a horse, but I'm trying to like guide it out of the way because I'm like, I didn't hit you, but this is a rat run road. Someone's gonna
come down here and hit a horse
and fuck you up because, you know, people have better cars than I do that are much more robust. So I then go over to the fence that it was stood next to, and this thing's looking at me with really sad eyes of like, can you help me? And I'm like, well, you're next to hedges and grass, so like you can eat. You can't drink, obviously. There's no water here, but you can at least eat. And I don't know how long you've been here, but I can't imagine that someone was taking you out in the middle of the night. You know, it's it was about 6:45 in the morning, because that's when I get to work. I think it was about 5 to at this point by the time I'd sort of stopped. A woman drove past me. She sort of drove up to where I was, and I'd kind of parked sort of in the middle-ish because there was, you know, when you're on those roads, you don't stick to left or right because it's so narrow. If you see someone coming, then you move, but you generally drive down the middle. So this woman stopped, saw me wrangling a horse, smiled at me like, oh, this is awkward, and then fucked off. So clearly thought, oh, well, this must be the local horse wrangler who's come to save the day.
This is just his horse, clearly.
You know,
there's no one else around, so clearly it's your horse.
There's horse wranglers always turn up in Renault Clios, not like a pickup truck or a Range Rover or something. No, it's always in a Clio. This local French horse wrangler. So she fucks off, no help whatsoever. Don't know why she was in an industrial estate to begin with. Probably should be asking her more questions about this woman. You know, how conspicuous it was that she turned up, this woman who was obviously of more money than me, in a bigger car than me. And there's a horse that is, you know, wandering around. A bit of a conspiracy theory going on here.
There's a horse loose in the hospital.
There's a horse loose on my way to work. She's getting mistaken for local horse whisperer. Yeah, apparently so. I am not an animal person.
Spook is for those who don't realise, Spook, despite having played a ranger in D&D, is famously the opposite of me. He's the least animal person ever. This man runs away from pigeons.
Yes.
You know?
Pigeons are dangerous. You know, stay at your
Spook is
peril.
not good with animals, which is why I'm surprised to hear that you got out the car to deal with the horse. When you said there was a horse on the way to work, I was half convinced that the story would be there was a horse on the road, so I just had to sit in my car and wait for half an hour for it to fuck off, because I cannot picture you holding a rope with a horse on the end of it.
Well, that's what I had to do, because I thought, but because it was walking around my car, I thought I can't just drive off because, you know, A, someone might hit it, B, it might still be there when I finish work because I go the same route. It might follow me to work, and someone's going to be like, Mr. Johnson, can you go and remove your horse from the car park? And I'm going to be like, it's not my horse. That's not my horse. I came to work via the normal methods, not via the 1920s. So I took this rope with this horse on, and I'm like trying to pull the rest of it, the rope behind me, and I'm trying to guide it over to the fence where it was stood next to. And I'm like, wishing that your dad was there or someone from the Scouts, because then I've got to try and tie a knot around the gate.
He doesn't know how to tie knots.
I know how to tie a knot, but I thought I don't want to tie, like, you know, actually tie it to the fence, because then when someone comes to collect it, they're going to be like, well, this is a pain in the ass, I've got to undo it. So I was like kind of looping the same bit of rope over and around itself, so it's like the horse won't be able to pull it away, and if it pulls, it will just tighten it, but someone with posable thumbs will be able to come over and remove it. So that was my horse story, and long and short of it was, as I was leaving work and I drove up the same road, I did look for it, and all I found was a pile of crap. So clearly it had done something and someone had taken it away, or it had devolved into crap. Either of those two are likely for me, but that's how I met a small white and brown pony. who I've now named Sassafras.
You call every horse Sassafras.
It's called Sassafras. Sassafras, the horse that made me late to work.
I feel like if that were me, I would have to take a picture of the horse.
Just
to prove that there was a horse, because it sounds so unbelievable. What do you mean there was a horse on the road? It's like, there was a horse. There's a picture of it. There's a horse blocking the road.
No, Voz, you've confused me with the horse whisperer. They would carry sugar cubes in their pocket. I carried ID because I'm a human.
One time when I was working on the farm, it was in the winter, and unsurprisingly, I had a cold, so I had an Albus oil hanky in my pocket, and it turns out that horses also like the smell of Albus oil because one of the horses kept trying to steal it from my pocket. He just kept, like, nuzzling against, like, my side where it was in my pocket. I'm just like, I can smell something nice here. Bear in mind that this is a horse whose head is about the same size as my torso. Yeah. So it means when he starts nuzzling at you, you get knocked halfway across the stable. But that's the thing that happened to me. Apparently horses like the smell of old bass oil.
If I ever see that horse again while I'm on the way to work, I'm going to wind the window down and I'm going to shout out, "That bastard made me late for work," and then drive off and give no context. So the farmer can have as bad a day as I have. Right. We're going to play Prince of Persia now, which is a sit game. Can I have a controller, please? Because it works. Obviously, it was designed for controller.
Fair enough. I
will play the game because Blue will be bad at it.
I'll be bad at it, and it will drive Spook insane, and he's already having a bad week because of the horse and Xbox. Do you want to talk about Xbox?
No.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk about Xbox.
Right, we're going to play this game.
Right, so, yeah, you could probably see on screen while that was happening how I was like, oh, God, this game is so old, it doesn't actually have, like, a setting for rectangular screens.
Yeah, the port to the PC was not great.
Yeah, it very much was.
People were very upset with it.
It's very much a port of, wow, they didn't add anything. It just, yep, 1-to-1, there you go. Does it run? It runs. Cool, that's all you get. I was like, none of these resolutions are for modern screens. So we get a slightly stretched one. I tried turning down the mouse sensitivity and it felt like it didn't do anything.
Well, that's fine because we're going to go with controller.
Oh, it doesn't look like it's mapped. Oh, that doesn't look like it's got anything mapped to it. Is this one of those games where the controller has to be on before I launch it?
Maybe. Try relaunching it then. Did you create a profile?
Yes. Okay. It was the first thing it asked me to do.
Cool.
You again? So that's how Spook's Day went. Oh, they get to see the cinematic. Because I skipped it. Oh.
Nope, that's not working. Try hitting blue. Select.
It definitely feels like that controller's not doing anything.
Oh.
Oh, no! Ah!
That's cursed.
You move the selector with the controller like it's a mouse. Brother,
And not only that, you don't do it with the left analog stick, you do it with the right one.
Brother,
Right.
Oh, I know why that is. It's probably because you move with the WASD and you move the camera with the mouse.
Not a good port.
That's not, brother.
Anyway, we're gonna play this game now. So as you can see, here is the prince. Here's the Prince of Persia in his.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
Oh.
You told me to mute it.
The game's been muted. That's fine. They've not seen any. There's been nothing from the game just yet. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so it does work with the controller. A mere thief.
I hope it's that. Right. This is one of the greatest intros to a game. It's awesome.
Most people think time is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you, they are wrong. Time is an ocean in a storm. You may wonder who I am and why I say this. Sit down, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. Know first that I am the son of Shahram, a mighty king of Persia. On our way to Azad with a small company of men, we passed through India, where the promise of honor and glory tempted my father into a grievous error.
Now, my son.
Your Majesty, I trust you will remember your promise. The Maharaja's treasure hoards lie within.
See how he rides. Like a warrior son.
Damn, okay. I feel like we need to, if there's the option to...
Subtitles, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, it was very
I was
quiet.
like, the dialogue is
I
not
felt regret
as
I
loud as
gazed
the
upon
sound.
the destruction we had wrought, or at least humility at the speed with which a world can be transformed from a good world into a hell.
As soon as I saw that guy, I was like, the kind
For
of
in that
man who
moment,
has
I thought
Grand
of
Vizier
one thing
tattooed
only.
over his head.
The honor and glory I would bring my father by fighting like a warrior in my first battle.
Alright. Oh god! It's so bad. Sound. To turn down the music and the effects and leave the voices at 100. Not that.
I'm trying.
Oh
love.
no!
It's-
Oh no! Do you want me to do it?
Yeah,
with the
go
mouse?
with the mouse because you can have more subtle movements than I can. Is there
Audio virtualization. What does that even mean?
I have no idea. Can you look under like yes? Can you look under like? Is
Game
there subtitles?
tutorials. I don't know what normal means. Insert frequency normal. What does that mean?
Graphics? Nope.
Nope.
none of that.
Nope. This was before they invented subtitles.
It's not because it's a port from only about 4 years ago, so it really isn't.
This is before they invented subtitles. Okay, well, what we've had to do is just turn everything down
And then maybe turn stuff up in here because the voice was a little bit low.
Oh
Still
no, the levels in here were fine.
Oh,
You
well.
got to remember in mind that I've got speakers here.
Right.
So the levels
Could
on
you
stream
guys actually hear what was going on?
the levels on stream looked okay on my end.
So, to summarise what that was about, it went from the present to the past to a flashback with the prince running through the forest, and then he's telling the story about how his kingdom, the Persians, because he is the son of the king, hence why he's the Prince of Persia.
Obviously.
They are attacking a place in India called the Maharaja's Palace. Now, the Maharaja, I believe. Oh yeah, you got to change that.
Yeah, keep going.
The Maharaja is like one of those sort of Tales of Arabian Nights kind of fantasy kings or like deity-like people, Sands of Time, who was known to have magical items, otherworldly magical items. And when the Vizier betrayed the Maharaja and allowed you entrance into his kingdom, allowed all of the Persian troops in, he then confronts the king and basically says, are you going to uphold your end of the deal? The Maharaja's treasure vault is through here, which the prince then goes, I'm going to go for it, because the prince is very set on proving to his father that he is a warrior. He's not just some over-entitled, rich daddy's boy who's going to pay for everything. He is a warrior. He's the son of a king who is a warrior. He's going to prove himself and earn honor and glory. He says honor and glory so much because that is what he's after. Mm-hmm. He wants to prove himself.
So it's definitely not too similar from the plot of Aladdin then, of I'm gonna go, you're gonna go and get this thing for me. Uh-oh, I've gotten trapped. This weird thing does magic.
Yeah, although the prince is very competent. And obviously the cool thing about this game is you go, I can't make that jump.
Yay!
Oh, you can. And sometimes it goes into slow motion, but I don't know why.
The game
it's cool when it does it in battle.
The game just decides occasionally. We've got a first-person camera, but we don't know what it is. Is it a trigger? Is it a button? We don't know.
Whoa, what the bloody hell? Thanks for that camera change, Jesus. Can you jump across?
Run towards the edge and press.
I know how to jump, but
it doesn't want to do it.
The camera keeps changing literally as I step on it.
I can see it happening.
There we go. Right, that's all I want.
It says you were doing it too
Nice little physics there on the...
Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, that's good. So this is early PS2, would you say? What was this?
PS2, GameCube, and Xbox original.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a while ago.
Yeah, if it's Xbox original, then yeah, early PS2 by the sound of it.
And then you get these, which show you when you go into a new room as to like, what is it you're about to go up against?
Right.
We're gonna get.
So it's a very cinematic game.
So unfortunately, the combat in this game kind of blows, because you can learn how to fight enemies and then just rinse and repeat. This was always a sick move, to run over them, slice at the back, and slice them down to the ground.
That was pretty cool. Is it like Assassin's Creed, where it's like, hold trigger to win?
No, they didn't have counters in this game. That would have come later, but yes, I know what you're referring to. Hold the... I don't remember fighting these guys so soon. You see what I mean?
Yeah, you just do the same thing over and over and you always win.
Yeah, but when you come... Just to signify, combat is finished.
Ah.
You've killed all the enemies that are nearby.
Many men that day sought to win honor and glory on the battlefield, that their king might say to them, as Khosrow said to Rustam, "You are the noblest of my warriors." From the moment my sword tasted blood, I knew this would not be my way. I would win my father's praise, not by killing, but by being the first to find the Maharaja's treasure vault and the wonders within.
I know you want to be able to hear it, but if it's too loud, the microphone picks it up.
Yes, unfortunately.
Hi
Hey-ho.
ho!
Finished the last game. New game.
We finished Chants
No,
of
this
Sennaar.
is Chants of Sennaar's second part of the game.
Ah, Chants of Sennaar 2.
Yeah, Electric Boogaloo. Some prick built this tower and now I've got to learn 3 languages. This was the first combat bit that I remembered, but I don't know. Maybe I did misremember it.
Yeah.
But the thing that I loved about this one, I think the thing that I loved about like Mario 64 and stuff, is that it's a platformer, but the fun is in the character, in that you can approach problems in many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have full control over your character's ability to maneuver around the world, and that makes it fun.
Yeah. That was kind of the appeal of the old, platforms and stuff like Spyro and stuff. Like, you've got a set of controls, and you need to use those abilities to be able to get there. So it's like you need to jump and glide, and so in some cases you'll need to hover, and then later on it was the addition of the swimming and head dash and all of that. So you have all of the stuff you need. You just have to work out how you want to get there yourself.
Yeah. My father says we used to play this on a monitor, but I remember nothing about it.
I have never played this before.
Well, I'm showing this to you mainly for the story as opposed to the gameplay, because I don't think the gameplay would be something that would truly thrill you. I know you like platformers, but I think the combat would break it up a bit too much for you. You'd be like, I don't know, not 100% for me, but you like watching it, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'm enjoying watching it. And
especially all the cinematic camera angles.
yes, they're all cool.
Looking around for secrets, even in a game that's so old. And the main way to heal in this game?
Drink water.
Drinking water. Which you'd think, well, surely there's loads of that around. There's not.
Destructible terrain.
Disrespect your surroundings. Alright. Someone outside just said shut up. But yeah, if you really want to sort of cheese this game,
Just do that over and over.
because these are basic bitch enemies. Does Y work? No, it doesn't.
Drink some water.
So the second game did a hell of a lot of improvements to the combat, making it more interesting, making enemies that are actually much more challenging. You get loads of these kind of puzzles of making your way around. As you have to
I can definitely see the Assassin's Creed heritage of it. Go down and then go. This in particular is like, oh, that's just straight to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So you can tell that they obviously took it and were like, what if we had an Assassin's Creed game, but it was like more open world?
Yeah. So what if we built the game around these climbing mechanics? Assassin's Creed, another game that I've played like 3 times but never finished, because I always start and forget where I've got, start a new game, and then never finish it. Because it's not definitely not, doesn't rank as like one of my favourite games, but I do like collecting games. So, you know, Assassin's Creed did have that sort of thing of, you know, explore the city and collect things. So that was a bit that appealed to me. The actual, like, killing people, much like the combat in this, is like not the bit that I'm there for, basically. But it's one of those ones where it's like, I should at least finish it.
You'll notice that I was struggling around this because I was trying to get a move where he spins around the pole and attacks everyone around him.
That's cool.
That's in number 2. That's why it wasn't working, because it doesn't exist yet. But I was like, that's the thing you can do. And then there we go, we got some environmental storytelling. How do we get around this one?
Cool.
Get a bit of slow-mo. The camera helps, like Resident Evil style, of highlighting where you need to go.
That's cool.
Very cool, isn't it?
Shall I continue my story from here the next time we're interrupted?
Yes.
Done.
Maharaja's treasure
I'll
box.
start the story from here next time.
Because this is as if he's telling you the
That's
story.
cool. That's a cool little detail.
That's why, I don't know if there's a bit where I can kill myself yet, but when you die, he goes, no, that's not what happened. Let me start over. And then you go back to the last checkpoint. It's quite good. It's good the first time, but then when you start dying, like, you're like, shut up!
Typical.
Maybe this is how it happened.
Yeah,
maybe you're just crap.
That's typical of video games. When you put a voice line in over death, people, if you die a lot, people start to get salty about it. Oh, that's cool. How you fluidly changed from the wall run to the wall jump. That was good.
It's so sick.
Yeah,
like, you can see why when I watched
yeah.
this, I was like, oh my god, this
Just
is
out of
amazing.
reach.
Yeah, it's
The
one of those
dagger
things
of
where it's...
time. There was a treasure I could carry with pride as a trophy of our victory.
Get a little zoom out as to
only
where are you
get
going to?
there.
Where are you going next? It's a shame that there's no subtitles, because like I want
We
you to be able
need
to hear the
subtitles.
voice. Like
Yeah.
I might even go in and say, can we change the sound and stuff down further, so that we can like have it louder for us? Because I really need you to hear.
I mean,
what's going on.
I can have it loud. It's not going to fix the problem, hun, which is sound above a certain volume out of the speakers will get picked up by the microphone, which is why I turned it back down. Of like, you can see the levels of we're about here,
Yeah.
and when he speaks, his is also about here. So for the VOD, the volume is fine, but obviously for us, I've got this independent volume, so
Yeah.
I can have it higher. It means the microphone picks it up.
Now in the game, you can actually walk along this southern route and skip the dagger entirely, as I found out that they do in speedruns. You still get the dagger because obviously it's all done by triggers, and you wouldn't be at a certain point in the game without it, but obviously you would get here and go, oh my god, it's the dagger, what is this? Oh, I can't get to it, sorry, it's the next room.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there's probably like by modern game standards, it's like, yeah, of course you can do that, but knowing how old this is, it's like, yeah, this is really cool. Reminded that Blue needs a speaker. I don't need a speaker. I have a speaker.
She has speakers, it's just the microphone is a bit too delicate to.
Yeah, the microphone is obviously great for talking, but the problem is when we have sound coming through speakers, the microphone picks it up, and we don't have the setup to avoid that. Basically.
Oh, sorry, I thought I had to climb down.
We don't have the kind of setup for us to avoid that issue. But when we are playing games like this, we both want to hear the music, so we have the music come through the speakers rather than through headphones. It's kind of unavoidable, but I do need new speakers because these ones are dying. We've got a leg missing.
Yes, I remember this bit. Yeah, sorry, I was very premature in getting the dagger. We don't get it just yet. We get this room.
What the fuck?
This room.
It's a big room.
Which makes you think that everywhere is falling apart.
Yeah.
And you need to get around it. It's actually just drawing out a path. Not that way. I love those zoom outs of like, where the fuck do I go in this enormous like environment? Like, how am I supposed to figure it out? Camera zoom. This is what you're aiming for.
The only way to get rid of the background noise is something like Crisp, but I'm also against paying money for it. Oh, yeah. I also am generally against paying money for unnecessary things if we don't need them. It's like, I don't need it that badly, because it's only like once in a while that you need it.
I love this flip. I don't know why.
That's pretty cool.
It's just so cool to watch. And then just stuff like this. This was just always the best. Oh my god, I can climb vertical structures.
A knife!
Sand.
What?
Throws it off the cliff. Ah!
I'm keeping this.
Yep.
I had what I came for. It was time to get out. Now.
There you go, that's not too bad. I've moved the microphone slightly
Yeah.
further away.
You can hear what he's saying now, because he does have good lines in this where it sort of shows you the kind of person that he is in the game. Because he is still very pompous, because he's rich.
Yeah,
he's
but
a prince.
I was watching the levels on the thing, and it didn't really trigger it too much, so that should be fine. But I think we just have to bring the microphone quite further forward, because the thing is that this microphone is quite directional. It's just because it's on the same desk as the speakers. So if I can get the speakers to be
There you go.
behind it,
Father, I have brought us honor and glory.
the cutscenes are separate.
Your Majesty, you promised me my choice of the Maharaja's treasures. That dagger.
Surely you won't deny the lad a souvenir of his first battle. You may have your choice of all the Maharaja's other treasures. Except that hourglass. That will make a fine gift for the Sultan of Azad when we pass through his city. And some exotic animals for his menagerie. And a dozen slave girls. Yes, that should be enough. I want no animals or maidens harmed until I have chosen. Let it be known, King Sharaman is merciful in victory.
Trust not a man who has betrayed his master, nor take him into your own service, lest he betray you too. I learned the truth of this to my sorrow, the day that we arrived in Azad as the Sultan's honored guests.
My friend.
Your visit brings joy and honor to my poor and humble dwelling. If only you'd given me time to prepare a proper welcome.
The glories of Azad are famed throughout the world. And yet, the best is yet to come. I give you the sands of time. May the friendship between our kingdoms endure as long as time itself.
The sang, why does it glow?
I can tell you. Inside the hourglass is a marvel that no living man has seen. Alas, only the dagger can unlock the sands of time, and it belongs to a greater one than I. A young prince, dearer to his father than all the wealth of India. Perhaps he will oblige.
No. No! Stop!
Is it meant to do
Okay, so this was also before audio balancing, because it seems like the cutscenes are just their own separate volume from the rest of the game. Which is unfortunate.
And now we see the Sandmanatters. And we also have the Dagger of Time
We
now.
have daggers now.
So you'll see the little HUD on our left.
dagger.
Would help if I could fucking see.
Yeah, the unfortunately the cutscene sound is just completely separate from the game sound and is apparently just quiet. So that's a little
The
unfortunate.
way you kill sand monsters is a little different. When they're
Strike with
prone
the
and on the
dagger.
ground,
Take his sand.
You have to stab them with the dagger.
stab them with the dagger to absorb them into the dagger, and you also get more sand from
Now,
it.
finish him.
Because if I hold...
Ooh.
Oh, that's... What the fuck? Left trigger's not rewind? That's look! Why would you have that as look? That's a terrible button. Options?
So,
Controls?
yeah, when we tried to remap before...
Hang on, leave it to me.
Gamepad. When we tried to remap before, it kind of didn't let you. Can you select rewind? Can you like select it there? You can't remap.
Cool, I don't know what the button to rewind is, and that's a very important button in this game. Is it this? No? Is it this? Oh, it's left bumper. Okay, I can get around
You
that.
can get, okay, that's you.
So, if you go a certain distance, you see the white circle in the top left?
Yeah.
That is how much time you can rewind. You can't rewind indefinitely, but you can use one of the circles to rewind time that amount of
I
time.
see.
So there is only so far you can go back, so it's very good in combat if you've made a mistake and you think, I can live with that for a bit, but then if you make another mistake, you can go, right, let's just go back a lot. And there's also combining it, which you didn't get a good angle of there, but you can hit and then stab
Each
to
time I
absorb
struck
them
them
mid-
down, they rose to fight again. I soon realized that only by taking into my own dagger the sands that possess them could I liberate them from their monstrous living death.
Yeah, I wonder if
What?
I wonder if the cutscene volume is like tied to just sound.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's just class because I mean, the music and the sound effects all seem louder than the cutscene was. The cutscene
Yeah.
was just very quiet, and there's no option for cutscene volume, which means kind of means that we're just going to have to be silent for the cutscene because if we're talking, you won't
Hello.
hear it. It's a shame.
So this was a mechanic that got taken out in the second one because while it's cool narratively,
It's tedious.
it is a bit tedious when you're fighting so many enemies to just have this kind of pause go on.
Again, funnily enough, a little bit like the first Assassin's Creed, where you're fighting a horde and it's like counter, counter, and knife stab you, and then I got a knife stab you, and then I got a knife stab you.
And there are one or two, I think there's just one other knife ability that you get later on, which is the ability to slow time progressing forwards. What is that? Who the fuck is that? Some sort of slave girl.
Of course you would just walk into the weird light.
A vision of what's to come.
Yeah, it just showed us what's about to happen in our future.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
Yeah, sometimes I wake up in the fetal position too.
What was that?
You think me mad.
Oh, save.
It
I
was-
can see it by the look in your eyes. You think my story is impossible. Perhaps I am mad. Who would not be driven mad by horrors such as I have been? But I assure you, every word is true.
Convenient hole in the wall. Oh, hell's this way?
Dead end.
Dead end. It was worth looking around there. Oh.
Wait! Come back!
No. Not allowed. Oh, it's lost me again for some reason.
You don't exist.
I don't want what it is.
It's Tuesdays.
Yeah, something about Tuesdays. My face tracker just doesn't like following me on Tuesdays.
Who's that?
The guest rooms, where my father, all our entourage, and I should have passed the night lay cold and silent. The sands of time had swept through, stealing life and warmth from everything they touched. And I, who unleashed the cataclysm, had been spared. Were there others like me, who yet clung to life, hiding in fear among the ruins? It did not seem so.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll notice the teeny tiny little circle.
Oh yeah, that is very small.
It's meant to be. It gets bigger as I retrieve more of them sour coins until I get a new one.
Get another circle.
Huzzah!
I recognise that kind of animation.
Yeah, you can see what we mean when it's like Assassin's Creed was born from this game. Like, the fact that they haven't done, like, Prince of Persia as one of the assassins or something is just a mystery to me.
I mean, frankly, at this point, we haven't played any of the modern Assassin's Creed, so for all I know, there could well be Prince of Persia references in some of them.
I mean,
You think there's got to be at some point?
was this the way that was blocked off? Oh, there you go. This is why you look around. There you go. Grew a little bit bigger. So when you get, I think it was said it was 8.
Yeah, I believe this is 8.
Because time apparently does work like computers.
Stop! I won't hurt you!
I can see the reason why she'd run.
Yeah, I can see why she wouldn't
enslaved her.
believe you,
Seen
yeah.
her? Or had my senses given way under the burden of horrors too great to bear, and conjured up a phantom?
That's cool how it
Either way,
wiggles.
I could not rest until I had found her again.
I like the narration from the prince. It makes him like it could have just had silence here, but the fact that it like this is what the prince is thinking, just add something to the game. You feel like you are playing a
Nice,
person.
yeah.
Like you play Assassin's Creed, and it's like you only get stuff in the cutscenes, but during the gameplay, you just silent.
Which is funny considering that a lot of dude bros when they were playing through the modern God of War complained of just like Kratos talks too much, and I was like, how the hell are you supposed to know the story if not by listening to what they've got to say?
I really liked the conversations in God of War.
Same. I was like, what do you mean you didn't
It gives
like
you a
them?
chance to be like, do I agree with what Kratos is saying, or do I?
Yeah, it helps humanise the characters, and learn about them. Where do we hunt the deer? In direction of deer.
Direction of the. Get out of here. Right. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
All been blocked off. Oh, and he blocked me from stealing him.
F.
And him did.
There we go.
That guy. Oh, that's what that does, right.
16 retrieves first power tank created.
I
So
soon
you see that
discovered
white
that
crescent?
when I collected
Yes.
enough sand, the dagger gained the power to stop time. Not for me, but for the enemy I struck.
Cool.
Very nice.
That was sick.
And you get more of those slowly over time just from beating enemies.
I see.
So we gotta get up there.
So kind of like an XP system almost.
Kind of, yeah. You get a reward for
Fighting things.
for fighting well and for stealing enemy souls. Flip around and back. And flip
That's
around.
cool.
You have to think, cleverly on how you use the, just the simple, swinging on a bar. Let's have another vision. New enemy. Oh, there was a counter in this game, but it was a lot harder to pull off than in Assassin's Creed, I tell you that much, because I didn't use it a lot.
It's 9:15, just so you know.
It's
Okay.
a little bit long, because the start of the game is...
I'll start
easy.
the story from here next
It's
time.
deliberately easy. I don't know whether we'll get to the first puzzle, and if we get to the first puzzle, I'm going to ask you to mute the audio for the game.
Oh.
Whence came these visions that assaulted me thus like fever dreams? Each time I awoke feeling drained and beaten, and each time what I had seen came to pass, as if the sands of time were giving me a glimpse into my own future.
Just gonna stab the floor.
Stab the floor. Keep thinking that that's to put it away, but it's not.
The up. So why do you want me to mute the game during the first puzzle? Why?
Oh yes, this is a bit. So where do we go, Blue?
Well, you can
It's
either.
in a linear game. We've got a path.
Oh no. So you can. Let's try going down, I guess.
Let's go in here first.
Okay. This is always where I'm like, this looks like the way you're supposed to go because we've gone into a different zone, so I would double back and go the other way. But
Hello?
going. This is cool. Hello?
Is anyone there?
This
I
looks
have
cool.
a feeling I'm not in Azad anymore.
Uh-huh.
Water.
And that's why you don't drink weird liquids, everybody.
Or is it?
Okay, send it back here.
I got more health.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, so you knew that that was the branch.
I knew. Yeah, I knew that was the branch.
Strange.
But yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Very interesting. Oh, there's a bit of sand on the other side.
Still a bit of that.
Yeah.
Does get a bit freaky when the camera does decide to just. It's like Monster Hunter when you just snap your
Yeah,
neck. Like,
just look over here now and you're like, ah! Oh, hello.
oh, dialogue.
Give me the dagger.
Who are you?
I am Farah, the daughter of the Maharaja from whom you stole it. This is your doing,
I saw my father turn to sand.
and we will share his fate if you do not give me the dagger to undo what you have done.
Your traitorous vizier used the same words. From now on, I trust no one but myself. Run! Go back to the reception hall. Wait for me there. Go!
I don't trust you, but I will save you because you're a woman.
Well, that's the thing from his point of view of like, yeah, but he's also the only other person that exists apart from the vizier.
Oh, that's true.
You
Yeah,
know
but
what I
everyone
mean?
else became a zombie.
He's
so it's
not
like,
seen any other people.
I don't trust you, but I don't particularly want you to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. Just because I don't trust you doesn't mean I want you to die.
Yeah, and that is the kind of relationship they do have because you do meet it with Farah again. It's like, we are clearly enemies. You enslaved me, you stole from my father, and it's
Yeah.
just like
Now
your
I
vizier
remember.
is a treacherous piece of shit
Since we left
who we
India,
trusted
she
and have
had
been
been
fooled
there.
by. But it's like,
In the desert,
No
I had
one else
felt her
seen-
dark eyes upon me. Now, here
Yeah,
she
so
was
that
again.
little bit of dialogue was
She
a cutscene, and
I,
it seemed like it was
the only
considerably
two
quieter than the
survivors.
rest of the game.
Did I say two? Excuse me. We were three.
it's probably because I was a bit too close.
No, I think it's the opposite. Because when we play these games, I have a tendency to
Slouch.
lean back, and so I don't. Slouching doesn't matter. I think it's more the fact that I'm leaning.
Look at these
aware.
bedrooms. It's so weird to just have a bed just like in the middle of the room.
Yeah, who has a bed in the middle of their room?
Ah, yes.
The hourglass. What?
Yeah, again, I don't. The Aladdin inspiration
I
of
did not
Mr. Grand
understand
Vizier
the
had a
meaning of what I
cobra
had
staff.
just seen. But I knew, with a certainty I could not explain, that those winged creatures had a master. The man who had tricked me into opening the hourglass now had his prize. And for some unknown purpose coveted the dagger as well, would stop at nothing to possess it. Well, I would give him what he sought. I would plunge it into his foul and treacherous heart.
Also, did you notice in the cutscene that the vizier was
He was coughing blood. Yes, I did
Yes.
notice that. He is sick. He is dying. He wants to change time. It's because he doesn't want to die, which is fair in a weird way. But, not by doing it that way.
With his poisonous words of like, the dagger is possessed by someone far greater than me. A prince who you gave the dagger to, you bitch.
You fucking piece of shit.
Yep, more bugs.
I don't like the bugs.
They're the scarab beetles.
Yeah.
They're kind of cool bugs. Stab law.
I don't like scarab beetles anymore.
It says you watched The Mummy.
Yeah, because I watched The Mummy when I was way too young.
And I saw them crawling under skin.
It was
which
gross.
They definitely don't
I know
do.
they don't do, but it's still gross, and I didn't like it. I definitely saw that film when I was way too young. Because I don't know, is it an 18 or a 15? Either, regardless whether it's an 18 or a 15, I saw it when I was like 13, and I was way too young to see it, and I did not like it. Because it was, I distinctly remember I was at Carol and Neil's. Because it was a new movie, and it was like, oh, it's a new movie, and Neil's got it, and we want to watch it. And I was like, cool, what am I supposed to do? And I was just in the room, and it was like, oh, I don't like this film, I'm scared of this, I'm gonna go upstairs and cry because it scared me. Because I'm a big baby, and I've always been a baby. Don't like bugs.
Yeah, I'm just going around routes where I'm like, I don't remember where this goes, so let's go and have a look. And
Yeah.
the game rewards you by being like, you found cool shit. Isn't
Yeah.
that great when you find cool
I
shit?
like when I find cool shit. I like games with collectibles and exploring.
Look, cool shit.
That's not cool.
Oh, double kill. And the sick animation of like, I'm gonna put this down like a badass. It's so good when you get fluid movements going. You're just like, God, I know how to play this character so well. I'm so goddamn good.
I'm so good at games. I'm so good at video games.
Oh, and the spins. Feels very Arabic. Is that a... Oh, yeah, it is. We saw this in the flashback.
Oh yes, the big pillar.
Nope, not that one. Up, bastages.
There's the new enemy that we saw.
They're good because they do... Oh, no, they don't.
It's a woman.
It's a concubine. Bitch.
That's cool. Even if not a lot happened from it.
Got blocked. Is there a counter in this?
Probably, but we don't know what it is.
Oh, you really have to get the timing down, I think. Yeah, there is. Okay, I do remember. Remember the counter. It is hard because, you know, if I can get these down to like one enemy.
That's the way that he's just slowly
motion.
falling. That was cool. That was cool.
Right, I can just get one enemy down. Let me show you how.
One moment, fuckface.
I just got to have a drink. Right, so if I hold this, watch him like come and attack me. You see the wind up?
Yeah.
When I press X to counter, I have to do it when he's doing that.
Yeah, hitting you.
So I have to be
basically.
focused on what the fuck's going on around me if there's a lot of enemies because that's
The wind up is so slow.
Yeah, that's a save point.
So you didn't get the animation, so there's still enemies.
Good way to know. Stop blocking me, bitch! If you try and do that move on them, they say no. Whoa! And they do a lot of damage. Nope. You out. Very nice.
They need to be using some sand, maybe. Look at that stance!
Oh, missed time that one.
Man is stanced.
And that one as well. I'm trying to take on too many opponents at once.
So I'm saying you should be using some of your sand.
Right. You hold there. You out. And you gone. Oh, you got hit by your ally. You get sucked.
I'm sorry, what?
Sucked. God, how many of you are there?
Jesus. There's not like a spawner in this room, is there? Because you just
Nah.
killed one and another one just appeared.
No, there's no spawners in this game.
Okay.
Oh, stabbed in the.
got
I did
interrupted.
counter it, but she stabbed me in the
Yeah.
back.
This isn't Assassin's Creed. They're not going to wait for you to finish, apparently. You
Yep.
need some water. Bro, you need water.
Take a sip.
Sippy!
The ultimate bro move. See you later, bitches. I'm going for a drink.
So there's another one here. Oh, she stabbed you while you were drinking. Oh,
fuck, I
fuck,
got-
you died.
Do a rewind, because that wasn't good. Let's see how far we can go back, because I got juggled on the fucking fountain. Let's move away from that.
Oof.
I got a bit of health. Oh,
I mean, you got her, but he got you.
take that one out. Take that one out. There we go. Woo!
There you go.
No,
Damn,
no, no,
that was tough.
That was tough. So it does ramp up. It's not as simple as just jump over enemies. There are ways to deal with that better, but it's boring to watch. You know what I mean? It's one of them, like, you do want to have fun with the game. Like,
Yeah.
you've given me these moves, let me enjoy the moves. Let's go and grab this sand tank.
Show me your moves.
And then I'll go and save, and then we'll come back to this one at a later date.
We got a new sand tank.
New sand tank, so I can fuck up more. This is where we come up with the Prince of Persia strategy, me and Dan. Sorry, the Prince of Persia theory, which is that you fight better when you have no sand tanks left.
Yes, you have told me that before.
Ah, yes, puzzles.
Yeah.
That's the first puzzle.
Oh boy.
It's very cool.
Yeah. This is also what Carl said about like Elden Ring and Dark and Souls-like games. Is you fight better when you have low health.
Yeah.
I'll start the story from here next time.
There you go.
Actually, let's see if I can get myself killed.
Well,
Just so you can hear him say the line, because it's just a funny line. I don't know if there's a way back up, actually. Oh, there is.
There's a column right there.
There we go.
Is that entire fight optional?
No. There you go. So if you do that, and then the timer slowly ticks down, because obviously more time is passing now for you to rewind with the dagger, and then you're dead.
No, no, no. That didn't happen. May I start again?
And that's when you can say, "No, I quit. This game's fucking."
Rage quit. This game sucks.
Before finishing my story.
Oh, that's cool.
As you wish.
Yeah, nice bit of narration that is.
Did you learn the ways of killing sand? Yes, we learnt the sands of time.
Sands of Time.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm looking forward to showing you mainly the story, but
Yeah.
you'll like the puzzles and the running around. If they are good fun. It's me.
There you go.
It's me. There's
It's
me.
you. It's you. Yeah.
Prince of Persia, the sands of time.
There you go. I suppose next week when we're playing it, you'll have to sit in the main chair since you're the one playing. Because
Yes.
is that going to be a bit easier for you?
I might even have you play with headphones on. So, because I know the story and I've listened to the stuff, but
Yeah.
having you be able to hear what's
Well,
going on.
at that point, is this a case of like, well, if you're going to play it and you want me to listen, do you want to just play this on your computer and stream it to me,
I could do.
and then we can both have headphones on?
Yeah, we could do that for next time.
That means you'll have to catch up to where we got to, but I'm sure you can do that in like 10 minutes on your computer.
Yeah, I'd probably be able to do that tomorrow
Yeah,
morning. if not.
but we should test it because it's an old game, so I don't know how Discord will handle streaming it because it might not work.
That's
so
fair.
we'll have to test it. But we can test it like the weekend or something.
But yeah, that's the next game that we're going to play. It's not too long, but
Okay.
it will be a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so even short games take a while for us to do because we play them once a week.
Yeah.
So it takes us a while to get through games. So if anything, I prefer slightly shorter games.
And I want you
because
to hear what he's saying.
because it takes us
uh,
so long to get through them.
the narration is part of what makes it fun.
Yeah.
It's I feel like it is a well written game, especially from like the characters' point of view. Like the characters feel like characters. They don't just all of a sudden get swept off their feet and be like, we're now best buds and we're friends. It's like, no, they still live in a world of their own where they like people and they hate people, and you definitely fall under the category of hate. You are
Fair
a
enough.
prick. But they learn to get along, and it's good to see them learn to get along.
Yeah, there's character building,
Yes.
character dynamics. Awesome. Right. Well, That's us for the evening.
We might try and start a little earlier next week.
We'll try, yeah. We'll try.
We'll not be penciling it in on the rota just yet.
Not yet,
But the hope is that I can come home from work, get fed, maybe start at around...
I mean, we started closer to 7:30 rather than 8 today.
We'll probably start at 7,
We'll we'll try for 7.
Because then we get 3 hours.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9 and a bit.
Yeah. Because you know, all we did was remove the earlier slot where we would like play and then stop for dinner and then play again. But now we don't have the earlier slot, but this end slot didn't change because your work. But I suppose if we could try to move it up, because 2 hours is not a lot of playtime. So if we, you know, 8 until 10 is not a lot. So if we can try to do
7 till 10,
7
maybe
till
half
10.
6. We'll
yeah,
try that.
because 3 hours is like what my other evening slots tend to be. Is like 8 till 11 is what they tend to be. So a 3 hour slot is like standard. Yeah. So we'll try. It basically depends on, like, you know, if there's anything we have to do after Spook comes back from work. What we're doing for the food, because sometimes we've been known to go out for food on a Tuesday. Because sometimes like we go out with your mum and John.
Yeah, can happen.
So we won't update the schedule, but you know, just keep an eye on the Twitch alerts in the Discord on Tuesdays, because we may start earlier on the occasional.
I'd like to say we'll try for 7 going forward.
We'll try.
And we'll see if it works. And if it does, we'll change it. But if it doesn't, then...
Yeah. We'll see what we can do.
Right. Bye, everybody. I've got to go to bed.
Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for coming by. We will see you tomorrow for a full day of stuff. Spook's gone now. He's gone. We'll see you tomorrow for a full day of stuff. Going to be doing some minis in the morning, Cobble in the afternoon, and D&D ? In the evening. We've still not had a full okay from everybody. It's because I said this yesterday of like Kay and Curls both put question marks on this date. And Curls has given us a thumbs up for it, but Kay hasn't, so I'm like, Kay, are you okay for D&D, or what? I think we're playing. I think. Anyway, we'll find out tomorrow. If not, we're going to play the wolf game. I do like the wolf game. Right, I'm not going to do the rest of my evening. Probably going to chill out, maybe play like a casual game or something, resist the temptation to do more work, because spoilers, that was kind of what I did last night, don't be mad at me. When you work for yourself, you never stop working. Right, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. I love you loads. Bye-bye.